the dark history of Lermit. Lermit is green as a piece of green grass, and his mother was either a green snake or a green amphibian.
Jubio, happy birthday. I love you. Let's make this year the best year ever.
Lermit either ate something really green or just played with a green thing and it turned him green forever.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
Perfect
Wow.
clap.
We are joined today by Jacques and Hessa of Seeking Derangements. Give it up.
Hey, y'all. We're also joined by a bag of beignet mix provided by the crew of Iris from New Orleans Mardi Gras
I would
Parade.
love that.
Donated
Thank you.
to Patrick
Donated to
and
me.
You should gum that.
I like
Yeah.
that we
Couple
kind of
times.
established that you were going to get that beforehand, but not when we recorded. You just said, "Oh, I love that." You just took it.
Actually,
love
you
that.
had it in your hands and you said,
It's just
hand it
gonna
to
be
me
on your lap.
I want to
Well,
say that
You're so fake, man.
It's just
the
funny
fakest
that
shit
it
ever.
seems
We're gonna
like,
do
it
like the
seems
like.
Jacques took
oh,
it
dude,
out, and you just
we've
went,
been
"I
trying to
want
get you on for so long.
Today's episode
The
of Pod
Dak
About
Shepherd.
List and Seeking Derangements is sponsored by Rosario's in Astoria. Great place. I got a bag of prosciutto, and I'm ready to eat the whole
Who's
thing.
that on? Is that Rosario on the bag?
must
That's
be.
him on the bag, and I
Must be.
swear to God,
That's
they
him?
Yeah, he was there in the store. He was actually there.
Wow.
Did he look exactly
That's
like
always
He
that?
looked
so-
exactly like that. He
Don't-
kept like doing.
Was it like
Yeah.
the Hot Fuzz joke where he was standing right next to the bag too?
I mean, he literally was like 5 feet away.
Yeah.
He had his walker
you
set up
starstruck?
right next to his T-shirt, so he could like.
Wait, you had a walker? Is he still working?
Yeah,
Wow.
And he's got a walker.
I mean, that kind of guy has to work until he's dead.
this guy has
Yeah,
to work
yeah, I
every
guess
day
that's
because he's eating 10 pounds of prosciutto every
not
hour.
because of that, but he's on the bag. I mean, you
Yeah.
like
He's on the bag.
If
The
you
he
have
goes-
to go. If you have that beautiful of a picture of yourself, you
Get-
have to go in and you
get-
have
Okay,
to
pull
stand
this
next
shit
to
up,
the
pull
Yeah,
this
person.
shit
get
up.
ready, get ready.
Patrick needs to try this.
I do want to try it.
I knew
Yeah.
that you. Jacques
my
called
God.
me earlier. These are like.
This looks so amazing.
Good lord.
So wait! I want one so bad.
incredible, dude. Take a whole sheet.
Whole sheet of prosciutto, apparently. All right.
I'm
Oh
not
my
gonna take a whole
god,
sheet,
I'm
but I'll
actually
take a little.
so excited. This looks
You
so
don't want a
fucking good.
prosciutto?
I think I'm okay.
Yeah,
Why,
I'm
you're not
good.
a meat guy?
I just don't. It
Not
does,
a
I'm
meat-
gonna be
You're
honest.
gonna take
it's not
that?
meat
appealing
that
to me
comes
right now.
from a stack like a trading cards is not really the kind of meat that I want to eat. Honestly,
You're gonna
to be
accept
honest.
that? You're gonna take not being
This
a
is the
meaty guy?
fanciest
Okay, I'll
meat.
take
This
one.
is Mr. Rosario's personal
rude.
meat
It's
collection.
really good.
Is it?
It is really good.
I'm not a huge. I don't really like.
I wish I had some cantaloupe or
I'm
something.
chewing right into the mic.
What's that called?
Wish I had some
Cantaloupe?
roasted
It's not
pigeon.
spanakopita.
Those are really good. You wrap
That's
this
the
in the roasted
pastry.
pigeon.
What's that?
Wrap it in a roasted pigeon?
Roasted pigeon wrapped in prosciutto.
I've never
I'm
heard
not
of
familiar. I
haven't
can't
had
say
this
I'm
either.
familiar with that.
New York like specialty item.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Get it the Aki way.
Wow.
Is that getting the
Prosciutto
pigeon the
wrap.
Aki
He's
way
talking
or the
inside
prosciutto
baseball.
Yeah,
the
wait,
Aki
which
way?
one is the Aki way? Which one? Which
one is getting
way?
oxed
Hey,
by
whichever
that?
way the Aki way, that's the way I'm going tonight. You know what I'm saying? Probably way of the J train.
I saw a video where somebody does the like, oh, I'm actually gonna go to the Akiway thing.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the guy. And I was
Yeah.
like, but it kind of killed it for me. Of course, he can't be there all
Right,
the time.
he's-
He
yeah.
probably isn't there ever
No,
anymore.
he
I
just
went
goes to
there-
shoot the videos.
yeah.
Like that.
You been there?
I went there at on my birthday
I
2
remember
years ago.
this.
Really?
Yeah, it was. Well, I was in the area.
Uh-huh.
I was
Where
down
is
the
it?
street
To
from
be
it.
to go there.
It's like near. It's like in Red Hook.
It's an hour away from your house.
It's very
Yeah.
far.
It's very far, but I was already.
in the area.
I was in like the Gowanus area, so it was like a 20-minute walk. So I took the
20-minute walk
walk.
is not, is not
Yeah.
that.
I was at a
area.
show.
That's
I was
a
at a
terrible
show.
walk too.
I don't know if it's 20 minutes.
Well,
I forget.
That
it
specific
felt.
walk too.
It felt like a
Walking
long
through
time.
fucking
It felt like a
There's
very
like no
long walk.
sidewalk. Just
And
on
it
the
was all the way
street.
to Guam. That must have been a long walk.
It was a long walk. I went to the Akiway place. It's just a regular deli past a certain time.
was there a bunch of? Was there like a big line of kids?
No, it was
Really?
because it was
I-
probably it was like 11:50 at night.
And
we had just left, like,
when
this,
it would
like-
kick way up.
We just left something, and then it was like 11:50. It was almost the time that my birthday hit, and I went in.
Wait, it was
I
the day before your birthday.
day bore my
Oh,
birthday.
okay.
it was going into my
But
birthday.
the fact that you mentioned it being for your birthday means it was for your birthday.
You wanted
It
to
was
ring in your
not
birthday.
for my
It was
birthday.
explicitly for the
You've
purpose of your birthday.
even though it was not on your birthday, you've
You know-
associated
you know,
it in your
okay.
brain with your birthday.
I
very
associate it with
strongly.
my birthday.
It's like it was your cake. That was your present in your. By the way, earlier when the camera switched to just you three, Jacques was so anxious. He looked so upset.
No, I didn't. I was just confused.
He like looked over at me like, "Is it broken? Why isn't it showing me?"
Oh, that's why you had us
Hey,
move
I come here to eat a pound of prosciutto.
we also
Why
had
am
you
I
on
not
a
on
Dutch
camera the whole-
angle for some reason. I don't know
The
why.
camera's all messed up. Hey,
Yeah.
guys, it's okay. This
There's
was an
issues.
impromptu
This
sort
is-
of
yeah,
thing.
this is
Let's just
Yeah,
set up the Akiway. Don't.
The
don't
audio
try to-
will also
Yeah.
be. I'm sorry for the audio too in
Yeah.
advance because we're using this old thing that I forgot how to use.
This
at
is
point. I'm not
classico
used to it
style.
anymore.
This is a classic style pot about
Yeah.
list episode. Most of the things are going wrong.
A
We
big
kind of-
slab
everything's
of
gone
meat.
wrong.
There's a big slab I'm eating on the
Ew.
show.
I accidentally got a crumb of
Yeah.
meat.
This is how I used to.
What's
this is how
wrong
I
with
used
the
to do
crumb
the
of
show.
meat? You're so
Every day.
opposed
I
to
ate
this
it.
meat. Are you? What's PETA over
I ate
here?
the
It's
crumb.
gonna
No,
fit.
I don't
He was
like.
vegan for like a long time.
I don't
God.
like
gosh.
like room temperature meat.
Yeah, it's
This is
more.
really
It's not
cold.
room temperature. It is cold.
I put it in my mouth and it was not really cold.
Yeah, you put it on my
I
face
think, I think you have
earlier.
an insanely hot mouth, like a
Thank you.
like a toaster oven mouth.
That's okay.
Then that would make room temperature
It's
food
honestly
seem
this
cold.
is so fucking good. By the way,
It is
Thank
really
you
good.
so
Can I have one
Yeah,
more?
of course.
How much was this pound of
Yeah.
prosciutto?
$20.
Oh, that's
Okay,
not
that's
bad.
not
Oh
that
my
bad.
God.
No.
You-
And I already had a half pound earlier today.
You already seshed a half pound of prosciutto.
Tell them how much cheese you bought too.
You just made Patrick
Oh,
laugh
I
so
bought
hard he dropped a
yogurt.
ball of prosciutto
Put
into
it
his lap.
down. I put it down because I was
You
laughing,
laughed
but
and
then
you
my
just opened
leg,
your hand.
my leg rolled it down.
They said come to.
I
Come
also-
to recording
Jacques
today.
has-
it'll be super easy. It'll be normal.
Jacques
Okay,
has
for the record,
four-
we never said come
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
recording.
No,
you
no,
Jacques
no.
forced me.
You asked
and
us.
said, I have to come record at the studio. I'm in New York these dates.
I
And
know,
said,
I-
okay.
You also Jacques pulled up with 4 beverages. I'm just
Oh, yeah.
realizing.
and then made me buy another one.
Yeah.
That was excellent.
Well, I'm almost out of my Canada Dry raspberry sparkling seltzer water, which is an inferior beverage, but a superior one that's really hard to get to online. And
House.
and House vanilla creme.
Ew.
Okay.
Ew, why
I
are
like
you
this.
so grossed up about my diet?
that one I don't like
as
that
hell
one.
tonight.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I like
no.
the grapefruit house.
I can't imagine a vanilla soda
Yeah.
and prosciutto as that.
Okay, well then.
I'm
No, it's you gotta open it now. There's no time. There's no time but the present.
I guess that's true.
It's
Imagine no more.
Hey, this is the Akiway, man. Come on.
This
give
is
him-
our first mukbang
That's
episode.
That is damn.
That's
good.
good.
Wait,
It
let
does
me-
not
let me
go with
taste
that,
it.
but that is good.
It literally
Vanilla
pairs
seltzer
so well.
and prosciutto.
Yeah,
Mukbang?
There you go.
That is pretty good.
That's-
It tastes
that's-
like
You
cream
want some
soda.
before?
That's an amazing seltzer water.
I mean,
Yeah.
this is. Come on, I'm practically run by House now.
You're right.
What does that
They do. You know what? They own a lot of stuff. I wouldn't be surprised.
They own
Yeah.
Rosario's.
They own Rosario.
No,
really?
they don't. No, they do not.
You got me. You actually got
What
me.
do they own besides
Hal's
their-
also has a like kettle cooked chips.
They
and,
have my
like,
Oh,
favorite
I've had
salt
the
and
kettle
vinegars.
cooked.
Hal's
chips.
has like
House
so many.
owns me. I'm their indentured servant.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I'm in New York. I
You're
had to
pulling up another sheet.
You're going.
This is
Hello,
unbelievable.
soldier.
I'm honestly a little. I realized with horror this morning that Jacques definitely forced his way on, didn't tell you guys I was also coming, and that it was probably going to be this that was going to
then
be
showed up
happening.
with
I just
paper.
had a rush of anxiety.
There's no other
Like,
way to do this with
Yeah.
Jacques.
It's true.
I gotta get my heart level up. I've been having
Yeah.
chest
Don't think you
pains.
do.
You've been having chest pains.
What is heart level?
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
our heart level?
Well, it's
You've
kinda
been having
low.
chest pains. You just told us
No,
you ate a whole thing. You spent $40 on prosciutto
Well,
already
like,
today.
35, but
$35 on prosciutto. That will they give you a discount?
no,
$5
half
off.
pound earlier.
They didn't know
this
who
guy
I
I
was.
think you had a low heart level.
When I said I was sponsored by them, I meant I went there earlier, and they're now my official business of choice.
Okay. For when you
Just
get
in
prosciutto.
general, period. Just for
At the-
anything.
For the next, well,
What do you mean? I'm still stuck on. What do you mean by you have a
I'm
low heart level?
going to get my heart level up too.
Well,
You get your heart level up.
I'm going to get my heart
Is it?
level.
Most
do you
people want to
want
get
it
their heart
high?
level down.
But I don't
Well,
know
if it's
what
in a
heart-
video
I don't even
game,
know what heart level
you
you
need
need.
more HP.
You need to level it up.
I need more HP, and my energy levels are a little low, and I want my heart to beat a little.
Your energy
faster.
levels are not a little low. I'm gonna be telling you. I'm telling you right
Are you
now.
sure?
You wanna, all right. I think I know what you're saying. I think you want to raise your energy levels with some smelling salts.
You want to raise your energy with
Yeah.
some prosciutto.
You know
with
what?
a half
Tony
pound of
eats this
prosciutto.
before he has sex.
Tony
Yeah.
Who's
Soprano.
Tony?
Tony Soprano. Who would have known?
Twin
I'm not
telepathy.
talking about that frickin' Kill Tony or something. You know, I mean,
Oh,
Oh, shots
Call him
fired.
out. Call him out.
Tony, we're gonna make you look like this sheet.
hey Tony, you want to do some comedy? Why don't you try to eat some of my prosciutto, you little faguso?
Faggy Uso.
You want to try to do some comedy?
Why don't
Why
eat
don't
some
you
of
try
mine?
to eat my prosciutto?
Why don't you want to try some comedy? Why don't you try my prosciutto?
I think I've been broken since last night. I went to Don't ever go to Coney Island after 8 p.m. because you're gonna leave not right.
It mess you up.
It's closed.
Well, I'm gonna be honest.
went when it was closed.
Can I be honest too?
Yes.
I got a head injury on the way there. Okay. As soon as I sat down on the subway with this girl.
Wait, how'd you get ahead? Wait, what happened?
So we got to the subway to go to Coney Island. It's a really long ride from Bushwick. And I just sat down in the subway like this, and I hit my head as hard as I could against the back of it. It made such a loud
hard as
noise.
you could.
Everyone in the car turned around, and the girl said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "My head is jamming." And I wasn't trying to make a joke. That was just the first thing that
Those
came to
were the words that came out of your mouth.
Yeah, and she said, "What?" And then we had some fun, but my head was radiating a feeling for a good, at least.
Why did you
hour.
go when it was closed to Coney Island?
Well, we just planned it late, and I just,
You didn't know it was closed.
No, we were just hoping we made it at the end. I didn't bother. I didn't want to look.
Is
at
it
the
closed for the season? Is that
I think
what-
it just
No,
opened
it
for the
just opened.
season. Yeah.
Why does it close? I thought it was like a nighttime thing. It closes
Yeah.
at 8.
Maybe this is just the early
It was
times
Sunday.
or something. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was
okay.
Sunday.
Yeah.
I didn't really think it through. It was beautiful outside. We had
Yeah, it
an
was,
amazing time smoking. I was like, oh, let's sit over here. There's this amazing Latino music playing. These guys had taken over this bathroom.
telling
they
the
were
girl.
You're sitting in the bathroom to listen to
dancing outside the bathroom, playing this Latino music. And we got to all sit down near them and just kind of just
How close to
vibe.
them?
Like a bench away.
Did you
Okay.
did you give them any money or anything?
Well, no, whatever. They're not beggars.
Okay,
Why would you think that they're homeless?
like not homeless, but maybe they were. Did they have like an open
It's
guitar?
actually
case?
called houseless, so you should try to.
Wait. They were playing.
I,
How were they playing? They were playing the music.
Yeah,
off
were they
of, like
playing
a
it or
speaker.
they
off
like
of a
a-
speaker.
Oh,
they all hang
Okay,
out.
I thought you meant that it was like a banda.
Yeah.
It was like a mariachi band.
That's
Yeah,
what I.
that's what I-
Yeah, no.
That's
I think
what I
I
thought.
understood that you meant they were just playing it off a speaker.
But you should still give.
You should
someone
still
money
give them
if-
money for
Yeah.
They're
enriching
playing it off
the public space.
because they have
They're
to pay for their
enriching your time.
Spotify
Yeah, yeah.
subscription. Well, they're not paying
Absolutely.
for their Spotify subscription.
Yeah, that's true. They
Most
probably have
people. It is
mine.
funny that most people who play music off a speaker in public, they play the ads too.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
they played
like,
off of
come on.
Pandora with
Yeah.
the ads.
Yeah.
You always hear the like,
I-
want
you-
a break from the ads? like every single time.
The options near eating by Coney Island, as you could imagine, are very slim.
Yeah.
So directly across from
Is
the
the
amuse-
Nathans?
Well, they got the
They have,
Nathans.
They have a
We
bunch
went
of
there.
like fried stuff.
Yeah.
Nathan's looked awful, and then they had clams. which
Nathans
was
is
just
like
a turn,
classic.
Turn me off.
You don't
show
fuck
me
with clams?
at the. Not at the fast food place. What is this? Don't y'all.
What's
You've
fine
never
with
had a
me?
fried clam?
Yeah, what's wrong with
Fried
fried
clam
clam?
is-
Fried
is
clam is the
good.
best
Yeah,
Clam
food
is
on
so
earth.
good.
We're New England.
I think they were
boys.
raw clams.
That's
You know what
where
I
it
was
was
watching?
There's
invented.
no way they were raw clams.
I know for a fact they were fried clams. I've had them there
They had
before.
raw oysters too at there.
Well, yeah, that makes
That's
sense.
normal.
Why would
That's
they be
normal.
raw clams?
They
well,
wouldn't
there
be raw
be.
clams.
There would
They
not be.
wouldn't
I mean, they're both from a shell, but like you gotta like.
Is this
fry-
because y'all are from a seafood town and it's too pretentious to eat them? Like, because y'all are.
Well, I don't
used
think
to-
anyone eats raw
just-
clams.
yeah,
I
it's
think
just
you
not-
always
you-
cook
Yeah,
the clam.
You cook the clam.
You eat raw oysters.
Y'all just came from like a really elevated kind
No,
of like
no, no,
aristocratic
no. This is not-
background
Where you
that-
fried
You think fried clams is aristocratic
Deep frying a clam is
versus
Barbara
versus
Walters.
raw food?
Like, let me just get some of this prosciutto in my mouth because I'm embarrassed. I don't know what to say anymore.
How's
Were
the
you-
heart level?
Yeah,
Where
were
are we at on
you-
heart level?
Oh, we're up.
We're up.
You're so
have-
fucking up.
Dangling out of his
There's also you could not have picked a ruder food to kind of just be eating on camera.
It's not crackers.
It turns into
It's not
strands.
crackers. There's not a crunch going on.
It's like eating a
good
spider
point.
It's not
web.
crackers.
Why?
Yeah.
It's not
It's very,
crackers.
look, do you hear it? No.
No, but I see it. I
It
really
is a
see it.
visual.
It's
Yeah.
a really.
It's
There's
stunning.
there's the only way to eat it is like that. Like you have to eat
Yeah.
it like Heathcliff eats a sardine.
Rubio, on this next bite, put the pixelation so that people don't have to see the porn.
Yeah, give him more work to do.
yeah, maybe.
You enjoyed that more because you knew that nobody would see it.
Now that I know y'all are looking, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna eat it seductively.
Now that you know we're looking,
Did you get a tattoo of a spider on your elbow because you killed someone, or because you
Yeah.
had something bad happen to you in jail?
It's because something bad happened to me in jail.
I've been wondering why we were similar.
Yeah.
What happened to you in jail?
Honey, you don't even want to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, it wasn't bad at all. Actually, I got in control of a lot of the remotes, and I was able to. Stay up at
Wait. The jail TVs?
So I got
controlled
moved.
all the remotes.
So I started off at the downstairs pod of
You
a
didn't-
more general population. I was 17 and having to go to jail for 3.5 weeks. Tried as an adult for 5 industrial vandalism charges.
What were you doing
Wait, what did
industrially
you
vandalizing?
write?
So one of my
What was your name?
my graffiti. There were 2 big graffiti tags.
I couldn't
on
spell, so I had to.
It was on a dorm. It was
It
on
was
a
a symbol.
it was a dorm apartment building, and it was like way, years and years ago. I'm 32. I was like 17 then, so I don't know what the year was, but it said Osama bin Laden for president
Okay.
on one wall in the biggest font, and then Jesus is my boyfriend and he sucks my dick well.
Okay.
In the biggest font on like a Catholic
Kind
font.
of crass.
On a Catholic
Yeah.
church?
No, in a Catholic university at the new dorms that they had just had built, and they were opening the next day, and they had just had
Okay.
the white walls painted and inside.
Oh, okay.
okay.
And then I did a car dealership, and then I also
What did that one say?
It was-
Fuck cars.
Walking rules.
my symbol was an upside down cross, a heart, and a star. And then someone in my hometown had taken a picture of that, put it to their Tumblr. The police reverse image searched that picture, showed up to his house in Scott, Louisiana, knocked on the door, and they're like, "You're on arrest."
You
for
just said his name. His
Yeah,
full
it's fine.
first
No
and
one's
last
gonna.
name.
He's not gonna be bothered by this. He won't know. You know, he's a good guy. He has nothing to hide.
This is what it's like every time we were trying
I
to
love having Jacques on because it really feels like a day off.
What about a day off?
It just
Yeah.
we just get to kind of sit here and listen. For a little,
That's perfect.
which is what I it's nice.
Also, I just wanted everyone to know that my phone number is.
No, don't say your phone number again.
No, it's my choice. It's my right as an American and as a New York visitor. My phone number is.
You know what you should have done is worn this shirt. You should remake this shirt that you're currently wearing
But with your phone
and
number
put
on
your phone number on it.
Yeah.
That's disgusting. That's misleading.
How's that disgusting?
The
I'm
advertising.
helping you with marketing.
dare you. You're being so rude.
I
As
appreciate.
he's pulling prosciutto.
I appreciate you, but
Shoving it in his mouth.
I appreciate you, but as it says, telesex, get off over the phone. Call your sexy ladies. Do you think they would ever call me sexy or a lady? Let's be honest.
Who's they here?
Yeah.
Well, these 3 would
Well,
definitely.
then I'm
never
not
call-
saying the exact
I think you're
shirt. I'm
sexy.
saying make your own.
So now I have
So
to make a
make
new.
make
So
a
my
shirt.
So now you're
shirt that
giving
I'm
him work
wearing
to
isn't
do.
good
Giving him
enough for you.
homework.
You're giving him
Okay.
work to do.
All right, I'm thinking that you're the one putting out your phone
Let me
number.
make you more
I'm
comfortable.
trying to help. You're gonna take the shirt off now?
Don't take your shirt off.
Wait, you don't have your microphone.
Yeah.
First of all, so no one can hear you. No one can hear you.
Sorry, I just wanted to break for a second. I just thought.
Yeah,
you know.
no, that's okay.
I think. Yeah.
Okay,
I was trying to make you more comfortable.
tell me about Jacques.
Yeah, tell you.
Tell me about jail.
Oh yeah, jail.
We're in
jail.
the middle of the jail story.
The remotes.
The
Yeah.
remotes.
So-
you got all the remotes.
Yeah, and
Do you get a special
closing the
tattoo for
prosciutto.
getting all the
Closing this
remotes
chapter
in
for
jail?
prosciutto.
You got a special achievement.
Yeah.
These prosciuttos down. So, oh my god. Okay. So, jail. I've arrived. I've been doing a lot. I've been doing a lot of drugs leading up to this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like like a lot of drugs, like hallucinogens every day. The night before, I've had mescaline, acid, mushrooms, 2CI, 2CB, and like maybe like 4 packs of Mucinex.
Wait a second.
What is
Why would you lump that in?
Mucinex.
What does
Because
Mucinex do?
it's like over-the-counter DXM.
Oh, okay.
So I would take like 2 or 3 boxes at a time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So I did
You're
all
the
that.
reason you have to like show ID to
Good
get it.
idea.
Yeah, it's because of this specific event.
I used to have a song too about stealing Delsum.
Yeah.
What happened to it?
Rob your family and kill them for your Delsum. I would sit outside Walmart
That's a bar.
begging people
That's a
going,
bar.
Delsum, bitch, I want some Delsum. Rob your family and kill them for your
You made a
Delsum."
song to beg them to buy you drugs?
Yeah, doesn't that how most people do it in America?
That does
That's a
have most
good.
people
I
do it.
mean, it's like again, it's a good marketing.
Don't you think I should have a
tactic.
job?
I do think you should have a job. Actually, it's funny you bring that up.
I think it would be kind of confusing.
Put your
Anyway,
shirt back on.
You're in
please.
prison. You're in.
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
in
yeah.
jail.
You're in jail. See, you can think about this now when you're putting your shirt on.
Jill, I've arrived.
Think about.
You've arrived in jail.
Now I can put my shirt back on.
You've arrived in jail. You somehow, so you were in the first level. You were in Gen Pop. Somehow you get control of all the
Look at
TVs.
you.
Let
That
me-
is a
oh,
prison
okay,
tattoo.
Yeah.
You were in, oh yeah, you're in
You're
Gen
Gen-
Pop.
That's inside knowledge.
That's basically
little
the first
clear.
level.
That's what Jacques said. I'm
I
repeating
arrived
what
in
Jacques
jail and
said.
I'm still coming down from all these drugs, and time is moving so fast. It looks like one of those sped up videos of the day going past in a window.
time
Like a time lapse.
Time lapse video. And
Time
I
lapse
was
of the day going
disturbed.
past.
I
In the
went to
winter.
bed first night that I'm in jail, and I woke up and I had the biggest wet dream that I could ever imagine. It was so horrible. You know how awful that is? You just got your new.
You shot it in your sleep?
Yes, I just like first night in jail. I'm like coming down from all these drugs. I just shot a giant load in myself, and and it was so embarrassing. But I didn't want to deal with it, so I went back to bed and I slept for a week.
A week?
A full week.
Shot
Yeah.
a giant loaded.
And
They let you sleep for a week with your
No one
load?
came and checked up.
And
No,
then I
they don't
slept
care.
for
Yeah,
a week.
yeah, that's true.
then
Well, not
I,
even like
then
you didn't-
I showered and I got to change, and the guys were like, "You got to wear your sandals in the shower," and I was like, "Why?" They're like, "You want to get your feet pregnant?"
That's a
All the
good-
guys
yeah.
are jacking off on that.
Meanwhile, you already.
You got your
yeah,
sheet
you got
metal.
it all
Meanwhile,
out.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've impregnated
Yeah.
myself
Yeah.
by the act of
You
transference.
fell asleep with your dick in your ass, and you.
That's the worst. Y'all ever have that problem? I always fall asleep with my dick in my
Yeah,
ass.
yeah.
It's always
Tell me about the
I'm like,
remotes.
I always forget to take
God,
it
I
out.
fucked myself over again. I have to take a Plan B every night because I fuck myself in the ass.
It'd be expensive.
Anyway, so I was kind of embarrassed. I was like kind of shook. I was like trying to adjust. My roommate had been transferred from the most dangerous prison in Louisiana called Angola Maximum Prison. Most people die there. He was he's coming to
people
serve
die
his
there?
last 6 months of his like 15-year sentence, and he was sat with me and he was like, "You're lucky you're not in Angola. They would have taken your cherry pie."
Your butt.
Yeah.
Well,
And
that,
I was already kind of like,
they wouldn't have
what
been the first
hell?
ones there.
What the hell? There was a giant white guy with giant big dreads and like a big, huge one single dread. And the inside of that dread had a bunch of drugs, and we were sharing them.
He kept drugs inside his hair.
Wait.
this is not true.
I always hit a
Why is this
limit
not
with these
First
stories.
of all,
Yeah.
this
There was
whore's
a-
never
there was
been
a
to
white
jail.
guy with
Her
a
hair is
beehive
blonde, so she's a
hairdo
fucking liar.
that you
Marge
used to
Simpson?
smoked
have
weed
drugs out of like a
We
Halloween
smoked weed out of
candy
a
bar.
Marge's
we
head.
smoked a tiny joint that he lit with a fucking
Okay, so there was
battery.
admit that there was one joint in there and not a ton of different.
No, he had
drugs.
coke. He had coke too, and
his
he was
hair.
really smelly. And the cops had to drag him 3 or 4 people in to take a shower, and he didn't want to take a shower because he didn't want to get his hair wet. Because he didn't want to get the shit in his hair. He was
Yeah.
like, no, I'm gonna have to be here for a month.
Okay.
Okay, and how did you get the
all
remotes
believe
for
you.
the
Yeah,
TV?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
We're getting to the TV parts. Okay, so then
Let's
I
let's jump to the TV.
No, no, no. I want to hear
Yeah,
every
yeah.
single
let's
second.
get everything in. So
Okay.
then I saw FaceTime or what's
Face Off.
Face Off
Nick
in
Cage,
English
John- yeah.
for the first time. And
In
then-
English for the have you seen it in a different language?
No, because right after they played it in Spanish.
Okay.
Okay.
Then after that, I was starting like the general like population thing was like maybe getting a little rough for me, and they were like, I think we're gonna transfer you because of your mental issues to the mental ward. I was like, yeah, let's go. It's the youngest people and the oldest people, and then the most mentally ill, and it's the top layer. And there's 3 TVs and 3 remotes, and and at night they lock everyone else up, except at night I had made a deal with the guard, and I was literally like staying up past, like watching TV.
Why did they? What was the deal? What
was the
your
guard's full
end
name?
of the deal?
Because I said I was too. As soon as I got up there, I said I was too scared of the general population and acted crazy. So they kept my door locked during the day, and then they let me out at night when they locked everyone else out.
The nocturnal prisoner.
Wow.
The nocturnal prisoner.
So you slept during the day.
The phantom
I
of
slept.
the jail.
No, I woke up one time and a guy.
You're
had-
playing the organ with the mask on.
yeah. Phantom of the jail.
I woke up and this guy was a skateboarder, wanted to kill himself or something, and it was so
Likely.
dramatic. And I was just like,
A guy, a skateboarder.
there was a skateboarder in there, like a young skateboarder guy.
Okay.
And then he got called out, but that was the only time I kind of like.
He was in jail for skateboarding.
I mean, I'm not Tony Hawk. I didn't arrest
Pat,
him.
what did you go for?
Tony Hawk,
I didn't arrest.
That was me.
Tony
when I
Hawk's
was
kind of
like-
a secret cop.
Is that true? You learned that from the skateboarder.
Oh, here's a little weird fact about Tony Hawk before we get to the even more television stuff. Why did Tony Hawk move the day that to Greece, the only place they don't charge for child pornography, the day that Epstein got sentenced?
Do you mean
I don't know
Tom
why.
Hanks?
Are you sure it's not Tony Hawk?
I think it's Tom Hanks.
It's someone else whose name begins with a T and an
Yeah.
H.
That's the conspiracy I've heard is that Tom Hanks moved to Greece with Rita Wilson that day.
But I could see Tony Hawk. I mean, he shirks the law.
Yeah.
He
literally
has
does a
a
360. He's
Yeah.
broken the laws of gravity and defied
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what's one more illegal pursuit?
Exactly.
I heard that
Child
song
porn.
"Defying Gravity."
How's that any
Said,
different?
this doesn't
from
even matter to me.
skateboarding?
You know, they wrote,
This
I've already
is perfect. I love to
skateboarded.
scoff.
I'm already
at
too far gone
institutions.
in skating.
they wrote that song about him,
Which
What
one?
song?
"Defying Gravity."
Who? Oh,
The
the
Wicked
Wicked.
song.
Wicked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wicked
that
was
could
about
be,
Tony
You think
Hawk.
that's about Tony Hawk doing a Christ Air?
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Of course, that
That-
song and Superman by Goldfinger are
Yeah.
about Tony Hawk.
I remember, Pat, one of the first things I said to you when I learned about your skateboarding was, "Can you do a Christ Air?" And you said that's not a real move. And
So
you were
no,
de-
it's real.
so
It's
Is it
real
real?
shit when he says shit
It's
like
real.
I hate when he says something real. He told me my
I said
religion.
I definitely said no.
He told me my gender wasn't real.
I never
Really?
said that.
Yeah.
No, I believe that. He said the same to me.
Yeah, he said that to me
that
too.
to me too.
He said he doesn't respect women either. And
I know. I heard him
was
say
Yeah.
that too.
Me too. I
Well,
don't know why he said it to
Why are you
me.
smiling about it?
I,
I did.
I would
Fucking
never say
psycho.
that.
And lately, I didn't want to have to bring this up in the podcast, but I
What?
just thought that we should like talk about it. I think you should stop saying that you're skinnier than me and stop comparing our weights to each other. Like I get it, you've beat the
Yeah.
space race, like you've won. Like I'm
The
fatter.
space race.
Yeah.
How much
That's a
space
good,
you'll
yeah,
take
that's
up?
a good name. Well, it's a really good name.
I just
I just wanted to make sure.
That was
I wanted
really
to make
well
sure
done.
we all got that.
we used to be
And
even,
he
and I
had
just
no
like-
idea of that meaning. For sure.
We used to be.
Oh wait, what does that mean?
think-
Like we weren't
yeah.
ever even? We're not.
No, because I've
I don't.
gained
You
weight.
are not fat, John.
Yeah, I've
Okay,
gained weight.
well,
I don't
too.
know what they tell you over on Seeking Derangements.
They
but
tell
you-
me
I don't
I'm
tell him
fat.
that.
That's
It's just-
exactly what they tell me. My parents, they sit me down. They say, "Jacques, you're fat."
His parents
Yeah, I wish-
weigh him after Thanksgiving dinner every year.
My,
charge him for how much he ate.
this woman who raised me, besides my mom, I went to visit her on her deathbed, and I swear to God, one of the last things she said to me, she was like, "Jacques, will you do me a favor, make me
She
a
burped.
promise?"
Did she burp too?
No, she didn't. But she said, "I think you should lose some weight." That was the last thing this woman said to me before
Who?
she died. Albertha.
And
Who's Alberta? Who's
She
Alberta?
helped raise me.
Oh, okay. The last thing she said was, "You should lose."
and you
some
were
weight."
honoring her final wishes.
I mean, I love the woman, but I'm not gonna stop eating.
Well, you
No, why
have
should
lost
you?
weight since that. You've lost a lot
I'm
of
about to
weight.
make a presentation of my weight so y'all can judge to really get a accurate representation.
Well, you already have
gonna
taken off
stand
your
up.
shirt.
I know. Look, when I stretch it out like this,
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of.
I like.
Boom, boom.
Help me! Let me out!
That sounded.
It's like lost souls trapped. We're being tortured.
Oh my god! I forgot to take my Plan B.
Why are you they should do an Osmosis Jones about your body. Wow. That would be so
my God.
Osmosis
good.
Jock.
Osmosis Jacques would be
Jacques
really
would be
good.
Osmosis
So
Jacques
good.
direct. What's that Sam guy who does Euphoria?
Sam
Levinson.
Levy.
That's who we get to direct.
Sam Levinson and all the
Osmosis
bookers are
Jacques,
fucking each other.
directed by Sam Levinson, executive produced by
The
what's that
Weeknd.
guy who
It's
did
like
Natural
Drake.
Born Killers?
Oliver Stone.
Oliver Stone.
I like that he's asking you
Osmosis
movie
Jacques,
questions.
Sam Levinson director.
He knows.
What actor could play me?
It would be like Event
You would play
Horizon.
yourself. You would play yourself.
But like if I wasn't available to play myself, who?
You know
What
who
are you
looks the
doing there?
most.
Not
What else would you?
available.
What else you got
Pokemon
better
movie.
to do than
No,
play
me,
yourself?
me and Jacques are. It's like Pokemon evolutions to David Krumholtz.
Did you just call me a crumhole? David Crumhole.
You never seen the guy who plays he was Bernard the elf in the Santa
Bernard.
Claus movie.
I used to have a crush on him when I
what
was a
fucking
kid.
Santa
Bernard the
Claus
Elf.
movies?
Yeah.
What do
You know the Santa
you
Claus
never
with
seen
Tim
the Santa
Allen?
Claus?
Just 'cause he
Sorry,
was
I
an
don't watch
elf.
Santa Claus.
Ew.
Ew,
don't
don't look
watch
at me with
Santa
that
Claus
disgusting. You're the one
porn
who brought
either.
it to the office Christmas party.
I did not do
He's
that.
in a full hallucination right now.
You're in a
It's like,
prosciutto.
I'm in a prosciutto.
Nitrite
you're in a
induced.
piece
Your
hole.
heart level, we got to get it down.
The heart level's way too high.
You're in a pee hole right now.
Pull that
You
heart
need to
level way
prestige
down.
your heart level back.
Yeah.
I think about
I have some white powder that I can use to bring my heart level down. It's not.
Don't bring
not
it down.
Do that on the show.
No, he has this powder. Don't bring it out. It's not
Yeah, be
cocaine.
careful because there's all the wires
Jacques
right here.
did-
We've
Yeah.
kind of put you in a metaphorical cage. Here.
Yeah.
I've been put in a cage all of my life.
Wow.
Literally. You know
Literally?
that from basically from elementary school to middle school, my parents had me living in a closet.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. Yeah.
Did you watch Harry
Dobby.
Potter?
all of your
Are
stories.
you thinking about
No,
Harry
I'm not
Potter?
a trans.
So, and also the jail I was in was called Azkaban.
Hold on.
He said like Dobby. Did you catch that?
I caught that, but I also you said I'm not a transphobe, you magic pervert.
Yeah, because he seems like he's in a magician shit. He's
I
got
wanted to
he's
be
got
sure.
some magic
We
number
got a
underneath
clean-
his
we got
magic
a
business
clean
Slipknot
read
shirt.
of that one.
Magic business.
He's up to a lot of magic business.
You magic pervert. Is so
Well, no, I mean that's no disrespect. I don't
No,
think
it's
you're
okay.
I don't even know if you're
disrespect.
a
I don't
magician.
need to call you a magic.
But all magicians are perverts. I mean, they have that
yeah.
magician house, so they
Well,
can
it's
be.
like you want it's having the like attention, needing attention, but you don't want to get it in a normal way. You have
Yeah.
to do a crazy outfit and
You
trick.
don't want to be.
Yeah.
You have to trick people.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is a trick.
I want to trick people into
That's
giving me
like
attention.
like
Anyway, I
mystery
can
and
make
everything.
money.
You
Yeah.
want a trick?
Oh, I love to trick. I'm like, hey,
What are you doing in New York?
Hey,
doing
so I
up
have
here?
a manager now. You can book me
Oh.
now at yayveryfun@gmail.com. That's YAY veryfun@gmail.com. And I got booked for a private party. It was really fun. but
DJ?
The DJ.
Cool.
So they thought they rented a room in a private venue space. They had a table at a venue that has a house DJ.
Oh no.
And I called them the day before.
like a trade show.
No,
Like
there
a
was
flea
5
market?
private parties going on at the same time.
Okay.
How chaotic! And then I called the venue the day before, and I was like, "Hey, I'm coming tomorrow to DJ," and they're like, "Who?" They couldn't find the reservation.
Oh my god. And wait,
And,
Yay,
then,
very
and then
fun
I gave
at
them the
Gmail?
number, and they said, "Oh, they didn't tell us about a DJ." We're not.
Wow.
wait a second.
I flew in
This-
for this, and I was supposed to play for 4
Hold
hours.
on, hold on. I have to hear
Yeah.
this aside.
This person was a fan of our podcast, and allegedly this is how Jacques got this gig. But Jacques called me the night of and said, if you want to show up, they might pay you some money.
No, that's not what I said. I said I would pay her some money.
No, you said they might pay you. You might be able to get them to pay you
No.
some money.
Hessa's really
Like,
confused.
imagine
she
that.
didn't have a dementia medicine today. She's not. Grandma, you're not thinking straight. Grandma, I told you not to leave the home without telling the caretaker.
So wait, so what? What was this? What was this?
I
thing?
don't know.
You
I
didn't
don't
know
It
know.
was
you
someone's
didn't go in?
birthday
We're never-
party.
we're
It was a
never gonna
birthday
know.
party.
You're never gonna know.
I just want to say the person that threw it and that hired me was very sweet, very kind, incredibly interesting and nice. And her and her boyfriend and all of them were fun. The venue was whack as hell. Madeline's on 113 Franklin Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. It was just weird.
How did you memorize the address of this place?
Because
Had
I've
to
had
get
a
there
lot of I've had a
somehow.
lot to say about it.
It sounds
you can't
like it.
remember like what happened 5 minutes ago.
Shut the hell up. Well, because I got prosciutto cloud brain. My heart's up, but my
heart's
head's
The
down.
brain's down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm
Yeah,
bringing
yeah,
my
your
head
heart
down.
level.
I'm trying
Okay.
to bring my heart and my head to the same
Okay.
level.
What kind of vape is that?
Weed. What do you think? What the hell? You got the 5 grams of weed in one.
You
Okay.
did message me and say, you said, can I dab there? Just need to know for medical reasons.
Yeah, well, I have to keep a steady flow of weed to keep me in.
I was on the phone with him when he sent that, and I
Yeah.
thought I was disconnected, and he was silent for like 10
Trying to,
for like a
trying
minute
to type
straight.
that.
I was like, hello.
So what, we've
People need
heard
to
of.
learn how to hang up the phones. The last time I was on the phone with someone and they were trying.
You were the last person to be said, because you always are like, oh, also, I saw a dog today that looked really cool.
And
I
Hess like,
love
no, it's time to go. I have to go.
No, I don't. I love talking to you.
No, just kidding.
What have you been up to today?
Me?
We've mostly heard from Jacques. Honestly,
That's a great question, Pat.
I've
So
heard.
how have you been?
How are
sorry.
you doing? We're like probably like an hour in. I realized we have not heard
And I don't
from
even
you.
think we've scratched the surface on Jock. We'll come
Yeah,
back to Jock.
we'll come back.
But how
I
are
want to
you?
know what's
I
going
haven't
on
done.
with Hessa.
I haven't done anything today.
Okay,
back to Jacques.
Going right back to Jacques.
Spotlight.
What's like the most embarrassing story you have of me that you've maybe shared with?
Oh,
no one?
a funny one is when we were hanging out downtown, and we were sitting outside of an ice cream place eating ice cream, and this couple walked by, and Jock just said, "They just farted on us," and I was like, "What are you talking about?" He was dead serious. He was like, "They just farted on us maliciously."
Did you?
And I was
I was
like,
dead serious.
they didn't.
People just
that
processed
didn't
us
happen.
because they thought
No,
we were
they
tourists.
didn't. And he was like, they laughed in our faces after. They farted in our face and they laughed in our faces.
They were walking and laughing, and they were holding their hands tighter.
Did you
'cause they were
smell
ex-
the
No,
fart?
they were holding
Did you
their
smell a
hands like
fart?
this.
No.
Well, because she's smelling a lot of weird things all the time, so her nose might be confused. I'm from out of town, so I have a good smell of what's
Oh,
going
yeah,
on.
Okay.
yeah.
Right. Yeah. You're not
You have
used.
a- yeah.
I'm telling you, y'all, when they were walking by, their hands gripped tighter, and then see their,
'Cause they were, like,
I could see
exerting as they-
I could see their fucking palms of their feet go up, their ankles are rising, they're tilted, and
They did a Michael Jackson
Yeah.
pose.
They went,
And farted on you and then started laughing. Did you hear a fart?
This was just a normal couple that just walked by.
just laughing.
yes, I heard a
No,
fart.
they weren't even laughing.
They're farting on us.
Yes, of course they were farting.
That is some of the most next level paranoia I think you
Yeah.
can have. Is when you get to the point where you're like, people are walking
They
by me.
farted on my ice cream.
farting on me.
They farted on my ice cream.
They knew I was Southern.
Yeah.
He was like,
why?
should we do
Anti-Southern,
something?
I understand.
Should we do something about it?
Hessa's like,
Oh,
they
hello,
didn't.
ma'am. You fucking farted on me. Couldn't help but notice.
You
And
want
then
to pull
walked
up with
away
the
and
Wolverine claws?
I saw your ankles rise.
I'm like, fuck this Midland
Don't
hair.
tell me you didn't fart because I
thought
saw
I
the
wouldn't
ankles
notice. I
go
saw
up.
your
God,
hands
I wouldn't
clenched
notice.
together.
I'm a fucking
squeeze.
X-Men.
I saw the squeeze.
And I saw your hands
Oh my
clasped
God.
together.
I saw the ankles rise.
Seriously.
The hands
I saw the
clench.
palms of your feet.
Can I say the weirdest part about it?
What?
At the end of it, as they were walking away, they each put a iPhone headphone.
Oh,
in
they
each
were
of-
sharing the
they
AirPods.
shared- and they were listening to "Best Day of My Life."
How
by,
do you know that they were listening
Bright
to
Eyes.
that?
This is gonna be the best day of
No,
my
no, no,
life.
no. They were like
My
first day of my life. They were like, "This is the first day."
It's gonna
of
be the
my
first
life.
day of my life.
My
life.
life. Who makes that song?
That's American authors.
Good ass song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Human Shazam.
Human Shazam.
Shazam. Wow,
New
we got Baby
superhero.
Pitchfork over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Baby Pitchfork.
It's
Did
Anthony
you just
Fun.
say that because you saw this? in
Anthony,
your
wait,
head?
what is his
go.
name? Tell me.
What's his name?
Anthony
Say it.
what?
Anthony Fandango.
You almost said Fontana.
I know Anthony Fontaine.
I
was
like
excited
Anthony
for that.
Fontaine.
Where you mixed Anthony
Fontano.
Where you mixed Anthony Fantano and Anthony Bourdain, I think, is where you got
Anthony
that. one.
Fontaine.
Anthony
Fontaine
Fontaine.
is
sounds
a-
I'd
like
take
a good
Anthony
vibe.
Bourdain any day than that little complaining little music bitch. I'd punch him square in the fucking bald noggin. That
Really?
idiot dick shit.
We met him recently.
Why do you hate him?
Yeah.
because he's a fucking loser.
We got to
He
meet him.
loves
Yeah, all
starting
his
beefs
review-
with
he's like,
people.
I'm gonna tell you exactly why this album is not cool, and I am always right. I have a music degree from Harvard, and I've actually produced the Beatles' Hard Knock Right album.
Hard Knock Right album. You think the Beatles sing Hard Knock Life?
Whatever
Hey,
it
from
is.
Thinking of a hard day's night.
Hard Day's Night. Hard Knock Right.
Anthony Fontana's like, I invented FKA Twigs. I invented hip hop. I
Famous-
invented.
the famous rant where he says all those. I invented hip hop.
I invented FKA Twigs.
Are you thinking of Kanye?
No, and I also do think that probably Anthony Fontana is more secretly anti-Semitic than Kanye is publicly.
Really?
You've
gonna make some
texted.
wild-
You've texted me some things about Kanye that I don't know if you would want me to repeat on. the
No, I
podcast.
mean, no. Well, can we? Let's talk about what happened today.
What?
That he was posting that the reason I had my mouth wired shut was because I was addicted to sucking dick back then.
That's just got to be a lie.
Yeah.
He said
I
that
think
about
he's
himself.
lying.
Yeah.
I think he was in a car accident.
No, that he
the whole
posted
car
that
accident was
about
fake.
himself.
Yeah, but I think
No,
he's-
you don't understand.
He faked a car accident
faked
to stop
it.
himself from sucking.
Why do you
dick.
think?
Yeah, it
why
was
do you
a
think he
difficult
crashed the
time
car?
for him. I think.
Oh shit! He
He
was
roadhead.
giving the
He was-
roadhead
he was
from
driving
the
and
driver's
he was
side.
giving-
I know that you
the
have a
passenger
dragon
road
tattoo,
head.
so you've never been afflicted by being addicted to being sucking dick, but you.
Oddly poetic.
I have a dragon tattoo, so I've never been afflicted
By being
by
a
being addicted.
to being sucking dick.
To sucking a dick.
I could speak English one day. We talk pretty one day.
When are you gonna write a book?
Yeah.
I really
When,
good
when
idea.
they let me read.
that would be a fucking.
when I'm allowed to read. I was forced to read for the first time in years recently, and it was a
Was it a
shocking-
thing on Seeking Derangements?
No, it was I
You
bought
guys
the
should
wrong
do
a
book
reading
club.
series
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
Jacques.
Jacques
bought-
should do you should do an audiobook on Seeking
No,
Derangements.
that's what I was trying to get Jock to read Pinocchio.
I want to read the
Jacques
great, I want to read the
Pinocchio.
Great Gatsby.
Yeah,
That's a good idea.
So I bought $50 worth of books on Apple Books because I bought the wrong headphone jack dongle, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm about to be on a 3-hour flight, and I can't.
Oh, yeah.
I can't listen to anything. What the fuck am I gonna do
Okay.
with my life?
Yeah.
My computer's dead." So I downloaded $50 worth of books, panicking, and then I realized, oh, I should look for one more book because I couldn't decide which one to read. Great Gatsby was free. I spent $50.
It was free all along.
So I
the
started reading
best
Great
book.
Gatsby. It's so good, but it's so.
What were the
gay.
other 5?
yeah.
He's
What's
like,
gay about it?
Tom Buchanan was the most delicious bovine male I had ever seen. He ruled the land with a swift fist with his giant Taurus legs.
You know, it's a really okay. I want you to just say the
give us-
first page of Great Gatsby.
Yeah,
from
read us the
memory.
first
Yeah,
page
yeah.
from memory.
It was many years before I'd moved back to West Egg. Living on the East Coast was such a delicious life that I'd rather return to.
Keep going. That's like one sentence.
Okay. It was this curious summer of 1968
1968.
of 1945 after the War of the Great. It was the great year of 1936. I just got out of the sanitarium and my brain's a little fuzzy. And I moved
See in the
into the beautiful land of West Egg and met a curious fellow by the name of Gatsby, where things began to change. I moved into a living quarter next to a giant mansion with a friend of mine who backed up out of the
Backed up out of the. Come on.
backed out of the lease. Hey, wait. Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, let's see how
comparison,
you have it
can
on
I-
Apple Books. We'll see.
Yeah, let's see what the actual
We'll
first
see how
page.
close you got.
I'm crying. I'm literally crying.
It was beautiful.
I gave y'all full prosciutto. Hey, shout out to Rosario's and Astoria for giving me meat brain.
Stalling, get the book.
No, I'm
He's
getting the
going-
book
he's
out.
going
It's
all the way
getting
back
it
to
out.
page 1
I'm
manually.
having so much trouble with the book. Don't you touch it, you Charlotte. And oh my God. Chapter 1, The Great Gatsby. In my younger and more vulnerable years, my father gave me some advice that I've been turning over in my mind ever since.
You were close.
You were kind
That
of
was
Whenever
pretty
you
close.
feel
West
a-
Egg, you got that right.
Whenever you feel like criticizing anyone, he told me, just remember that all the people in this world haven't had all the advantages that you've had. He didn't say any more, but we've always been unusually communicative in a reserved way.
Is there anything about backing out of a lease on there?
Let's just try to get to the least part. How far is? After my boasting the way out of my tolerance.
Does he call anybody a bovine male?
Okay, wait. Wait. When I came back from the east last autumn, I felt that I wanted the world to be in uniform and at a sort of moral attention forever.
Is this the last sentence?
No.
We can stop it there.
Okay.
You were close, Jacques.
Jacques,
That
you
was
were close.
incredible.
Yeah.
You were close. I
That
felt
was
like you
really
tonally,
close,
It was
yeah.
very, very, very
It was-
close.
yeah.
Because you read it in the same voice.
You read it in the
So
same voice.
It sounded the same to me.
Yeah.
It sounded like, you know what it was? Like the page that you made was like a mini epilogue or a mini
It
prologue.
was like a Spark Notes.
Yeah.
I mean,
exactly.
You basically just got a guy that read Great Gatsby once to rewrite.
That's
the first page on
exactly
Quaaludes.
what we
Yeah.
wanted.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we wanted.
That's what we asked.
What other
asked
books
and
have you
answered.
read? What are your favorite books?
9 Stories by J.D. Salinger and Flannery O'Connorly, A Good Man is Hard to Find. Are
That's
both
a good-
short story
yeah.
collections are both my 2 favorite
Yeah.
hand-in-hand books. I just love the really dark, stark styles of the stories, and they're just kind of like sarcastic, unhappy. I like a really like unhappy. I like when the family gets murdered, the Flannery O'Connorly, the Bible salesman, and then
Yeah.
in 9 Stories, it's just like first story, and a pedophile shoots himself on the beach, and you're like, whoa.
Which is a tragedy in your eyes.
Not a.
Can you read the first page of that
The
one?
tragedy that
Rewrite-
it's happening on the beach,
rewrite
which is
me
supposed to
as
be
a-
a fun
That's
place.
true.
Can you?
Don't you throw out one of these either? The
What a point!
no, when you do that, you look like the Van Diesel. You look like the
Vin Diesel?
The van.
The van.
You're
Van
acting like
Diesel?
the Fast Furious. I watched that movie a few nights ago, the
Yeah.
newer one, and it was really hard to understand coming in an hour late.
You watched it at home.
No, I went to someone's birthday party and they were
okay.
watching it.
Just started in an hour.
I got there an hour late and it was so confusing.
Getting there an hour late to your own watching TV would be
It's
so
they were
funny.
driving the cars through the building.
That makes
3
no
times.
sense.
Right, and you're like, yeah,
Have
there
y'all
must have been
seen
some
that?
plot point where the building,
on the
there was
road
some
or
reason.
something.
Yeah,
You
that's
know this.
that's not the latest one, but yeah, I remember.
You know, they literally
I,
drive.
that,
they
I
go
remember
through
that
3
being in one of the
buildings.
trailers,
Yeah,
but I
Yeah.
never saw the movie.
Okay, Jacques. Follow-up question: what is your favorite movie?
My favorite movie is Nowhere, 1997 by Greg Araki.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's it. I got the VHS signed.
Wait,
by
is that
Greg
the
Araki.
one? It's like about like kids in Hollywood, like they grew up in Hollywood. It's got that guy James Duval or something in
It
it.
does have James Duval.
Yeah.
It's about like
He turns
a
into like
Los
a bug
Angeles-
at the end.
Yes, it's like an alien takeover
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Basically, it's part of the Teenage Apocalypse trilogy, which
Mm-hmm.
includes Totally Fucked Up, The Doom Generation with Rose McGowan and James Duval. And
Oh, I watched Doom Generation. I think I watched Doom Generation at a bar with you one time. It was on the TV at a bar. I think you were telling me about him.
that checks out. I've
Yeah.
been to bars before.
Yeah, we've been to a lot
We've
of
been-
bars together.
Actually, I hung out with them when I still drank. And
Yeah.
one time I invited y'all to that bar, and I was on roller skates.
Yeah.
And I had
Yes.
trays of tequila shots, and I was handing
Oh,
them out.
yeah.
to
that
I
was
do
remember
one of
that.
the,
Bar,
the
right?
most amazing things I've ever
That
seen.
was very impressive.
Yeah,
I was
You were
shocked.
DJing and like giving us all shots on a tray.
and
Yeah.
doing
And on roller
spins
skates.
on
Yeah,
this
it was
tiny
awesome.
stage.
Yeah,
It was
that was
awesome.
amazing.
Yeah, that was so much fun. What was that terrible bar?
Star Bar.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Star Bar.
Star Bar.
Was that here?
In the
Yeah,
cab.
It was like on the
Ow.
street I used to live on in Bushwick.
Don't go back to that street. He's not there.
Yeah, I'm not there.
Hey, if you live in front of Star Bar and you keep shouting Patrick's name in front of the bar every night.
Do you remember when like those people like recognized us out there? Do you remember that? We were I don't know.
I was way
yeah.
before I was like more popular. Like,
Well, no, we were like playing. I don't remember who it was. We were like playing skate. Like me, and then you were outside with me. Maybe it was Hunter. I don't know. But we were playing skate outside.
Oh,
And then somebody came up to us and was like, "Oh my God, Patrick and Jacques."
Yeah, they're like, oh gosh, yeah, the two brothers. Oh, look at these
Yeah.
two.
Oh, you guys look alike.
Oh, you guys look alike. It's so funny, huh? It's not funny anymore. We're two different people.
That was
He's got a girlfriend. I don't. He's got beignet mix. I don't.
That was
you
the same
gave it to
week.
him.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
a
you
recent
gave that to
development.
me.
Well, yeah, I know.
That
That
can
was
be
the same week
reversed.
we got
Yeah.
kicked out of Margaritaville.
I didn't get kicked out.
Remember we got
For
like,
looking for the synagogue.
yeah, we were looking for the synagogue.
yeah.
We also tried to go on the roof.
Well, and we were looking for the famous Margaritaville Margarita girls.
I wasn't looking for the Margaritaville. Maybe you were.
Sounds like Pat was looking for the
kinda think you were
margarita.
looking
I was
for
like,
Pat's in
no
trouble.
one
Pat's in
believed me.
touch with the wife now.
Every 2 hours, the Margarita girls come out and give out a free margarita to the most generous guest.
Really?
The most generous.
How did they decide who's
This
the
is
most
a lie
generous?
that the bartender told Josh.
this is a
Make sure to always be generous. Because the
Jock-
most generous gets
get
will
Jock
get a
to
visit
give a
from
good
the
tip.
margarita
This was a
girls.
trick
Lately, I've been trying to tip 50% only.
to get because you think
And
the Margarita girls are going to come out.
Well, I'm never going back to Margaritaville.
Yeah,
again
I don't
after
think
that
we're
time.
allowed.
They
Remember,
did
there was
never-
like
they
3
never came
people.
out.
There was 3 people in suits that came up to us when we were leaving, and they said, "Have a nice night." And I'm pretty sure that was security.
Those were the
Sounds
margarita
like they were
bills.
banning you.
yeah. It
That
sounds
was
like we were
the
getting.
worst.
Sounds like you were getting banned
I didn't even have
forever
a
from
drink
margarita.
that. I didn't have a drink that night. and I
That
had to
turned that
split-
into we got kicked out of
Have a great
Margaritaville.
night.
Have a
That
nice
three
night.
guys in suits said, "Have a nice night."
3 guys walked. They circled the door. They circled it.
I
You
didn't
were
have-
there. You can
yeah,
back
they
me
were like
up.
Men in they were like Men in Black. I didn't have a single drink that night, and I had to split the fucking bill with these fucking Mizafanooks. It was Ben and him and the other idiots, and I had to pay for everyone's damn
You
drink.
didn't have to
and
pay. We all split it.
Yeah, we split it. But
Why
what
did you
drink
make
I-
Jacques split? If
If Jock didn't get anything.
I didn't get any drinks.
You
And I had
got
to have
stuff.
food.
You got food, bro.
I have pictures of us.
Yeah, but not drinks. They all got food and drinks. I didn't even get a Coca-Cola.
but did you get like 2 different food things maybe
No!
to make up for it?
I have pictures of you with the food.
I'll believe.
I
it when
have pictures
see
of you with the food.
I have pictures of you with food on this. On
All
this
right. Well, you caught me red-handed.
You wanna go
You know,
tit for tat?
the funniest thing I did see you do that night was you, as soon as we left the Margaritaville, you put on your roller skates and went through Times Square.
I was living my. I was like, I'm finally in New York. I made it. I'm in Times Square. I'm a sensation. I'm the naked cowboy.
I'm the naked cowboy.
Was that? No, we weren't. Yeah, we went to Times Square together. That was
We
the
went-
same.
That
we
was
went
a
to
different
Dave
time.
and Buster's.
We went to
together.
Dave and Buster's.
Yeah.
That was one of the
That was a
best times
blast.
though ever, actually. And I was wearing my. Own
Let's get
clothes.
back to me. The time we were hanging out.
After we left Margaritaville, I was so happy because everything about Margaritaville was annoying me. I felt like and also I felt like everyone there was judging us. There were
Yeah.
no margarita girls. It was completely disappointing.
Well, because nobody was
Because you weren't being
generous.
Yeah. We were not being generous.
You have to be very generous with Margarita girls.
It's only
I
the
thought I was being as generous as possible. I was
the
as
most
I
generous
was
guest,
following the waitresses, putting dollar bills behind them in a trail. And I had bunny ears on. I was like an Easter bunny, putting dollar bills at every foot of the waitress as she walked away.
behind them.
So they never
No
saw
wonder
it.
they didn't see it.
Well,
They didn't know you were being generous.
it's a
You didn't
Louis-
come to Dave
I
and
was
Buster's
I was
with us,
doing it the
though.
Louisiana way, and they're probably used
Yeah.
to the hockey way, so they were really
I
confused with
thought
the way I
that
was
Jacques
tipping.
was there. That was
No.
a big, yeah.
That was a big group, though.
Yeah, I thought Jacques was there.
I've
You
never
got.
been.
I have a video of you trying to freestyle in
Oh, I was in my
Vampire
Dracula
Teeth.
teeth. Yeah.
I was
I
excited.
had
I
a
thought you were
lot
gonna
of-
say freestyling to Vampire Weekend.
No, but that's
That'd
some
be-
that's some
that'd be
Donald
tough.
Glover
Let's
2009
get it up right
shit.
now.
That
Come
would
on.
be
Yeah.
fucking tough.
Jubio, can you AI edit Patrick rapping over A Punk or something or Vampire Weekend?
You know
Pat will
what?
do that himself.
For you, I'll do it.
Oxford comma.
Jack,
Yeah.
try the smelling salts.
Oh, okay, that's sure. That sounds like this. If my heart's already having problems, I had an EKG test this week.
Then don't do them.
No, you can do them. It's not bad for your heart.
Oh my god! Wow, I gotta get these. That's a lot easier than the prosciutto high.
yeah,
I'm like, oh god, they
Yeah.
should give this to doctors.
they do.
They should
That was
give
like
this
one of
to
the first
people
things
before
doctors
they talk to me.
had.
It would make it a lot easier to understand me if people had to sniff this.
Yeah,
You should
because
bring
you
it
smell
around, bring some
ammonia when
around.
they see you.
Let me get one more try.
Okay, new addiction.
Another try.
Yeah.
Most people do this.
You're
have
going
like
Wile
a-
Coyote
Sound like
or
a
full
Yosemite
Looney
Sam.
Tunes.
Can
Bugs
I
Bunny.
describe exactly how it, you know how it makes me feel?
How?
And I feel like I just got
They
you
don't
know
know what that
Madonna-
is.
love
They
that
don't know that song.
I know that song.
Ray
Oh,
of
your
Light.
dad tried to hit her with a car.
What? That's a very famous song,
Your
dude.
dad tried to hit her with a car.
What's
Did
that?
that,
That
did
has
that
nothing
happen?
to do with.
Your dad tried
Why
to
would
kill
you
Madonna.
try to dismantle your best friend's father who has struggled with hitting Madonna with a car?
Exactly.
I think
Exactly.
you know.
His father
I have to bring that
struggled
shit
with.
up.
I go to
hitting
the anonymous struggles
He did.
with
He brought it
Madonna
up all the
meetings,
time.
Yeah.
and your dad is always a great speaker there.
Yeah.
Thank
He's-
You've also tried to hit Madonna with your car.
Well, it's the struggles with Madonna support group, so it doesn't
Yeah.
always
Okay, it's
have
not
to
all
do
What kind of
cars.
struggles do you have with Madonna?
She could have been kinder.
When did you meet her?
Not to me. I just was watching this documentary.
She's
of
not
her.
getting any margarita girls.
Yeah.
She is
Basically, is
not
what
Well,
it
she's
is.
very
generous.
generous, but not very kind.
Okay, there's this documentary about her called The Truth or Dare, black and white 90s thing, and she's talking about her dancers and she's like all talking about her dancers, and they're all like gay and black, and she's like, I got them off of the street. They wouldn't have had a pot to piss in, a place to dance, and they're all like, we graduated from Juilliard. and they're doing Truth or
They
Dare.
left this in the documentary.
It's so inflammatory. Then they it's early 90s, so it was like whatever, but there's a spin the bottle or truth or dare game, and it ends up on Madonna, and they're like, simulate a blowjob.
Oh,
in a
you're talking
bottle.
about that black and white video where Jack Black and
No, that's a
Schumer.
that's a remake. That's a no. That's a remake of the original.
With Amy Schumer.
yeah, I don't think Lil Wayne is there.
No. Google search truth or dare Madonna. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just got to get that up. So, a 1991 American documentary.
I mean,
film
yeah,
by-
but that scene is not in it. You're thinking of the truth.
No,
or
it's
Dare.
this is a scene, and it happens.
Well, we
in the
can't
first one.
pull it up or anything. We can't all watch it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna do that. Patrick, okay. I thought I gave you prosciutto and Goodwill, and now you're
No.
gonna
I'm
accuse
just
me-
I'm letting you know from a
in
producer
Goodwill,
standpoint.
you were hunting for Goodwill.
I was
and you
hunting for
you
Goodwill.
received it.
Yeah,
Hassa, what's the new hottest movie that people should go watch right now? Or
Good question.
that's a great question.
question.
give us some movie
Jock, give us
mindset.
some questions.
I'm so glad I came today.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you had that kind
Movie.
of pleasurable day. You came.
The new
Sorry.
the new hot movie in town is I don't know. I feel like I'm really put on the spot here. What about the Minecraft movie?
Oh, chicken jockey. It's my year.
Yeah.
They should make a dish called chicken jockey.
I think
That
they
sounds
did.
What
What
good as
do you
fuck.
think would be in
I saw a
the
TikTok
chicken
of it.
jockey dish?
It's a rotisserie chicken that I get from the grocery store. I put it back in the oven to make it crispier. I add honey and chili oil on top.
So this is a dish you already make.
Yeah, with sesame seeds.
And it was
on
already
top
called
of
that before the movie
And then,
came
and
out.
then you put habanero hot sauce all over it.
Ooh.
The yellow bird.
And you just eat
Yeah.
the chicken.
Eat the whole.
Are you
chicken.
worried? So are you with all the yellow bird and stuff? Are you worried about getting GERD?
Girl, I've had GERD for 100 years. I'm like worse.
You ever
off-
try Prilosec?
Oh, girl, I'm on the I'm on pantoprazole. I'm on
Yeah.
dicyclomine.
I'm allergic to Prilosec. I had an insane allergic reaction.
I have
Really?
I have
Yeah.
the exact same health problems as Gargamel from the Smurfs. What does he have? The same.
What does he have?
No, see, because I know why he said that. It's because GERD sounds close to Smurfs, and that's why that got connected.
You can
It's
follow
weird.
the mental.
I
joke.
can, yeah.
You're good at this.
Gargamel has GERD. It's a known fact. He's
When
some-
does
When
does
does he say
does he,
that?
like wake up burping?
Well, no, I mean, he just is constantly. It's the stress of the Smurfs. That
True. It is a stressful.
GERD.
That's true.
Oh, I hate these
Being a
freaking
warlock.
Yeah.
Oh, the acidity.
Yeah.
That does have to be. That is a haunting kind of work problem to have. Is the
The
Smurfs?
Smurfs,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, but they're just hanging out.
Yeah, but if it pisses you off and your girlfriend
if it's your
is
job
like,
to
"What's
get
going on?"
rid
You're
of
like,
them.
"Oh, it's just
Yeah.
fucking work shit.
Can I have a napkin? Sorry, I don't
may.
mean to be rude, but I just.
That's not,
okay.
it's
I
not
got
really
one-
rude to ask for a
Nice to
napkin.
ask
One
for it.
hand has got the grease of a prosciutto. The other one's got the
The microphone.
microphone.
The microphone. Let's
Caleb,
go.
I'm just
the
messaging you
microphone.
to let you know I'm gonna have dinner at your studio on next Monday.
You literally needed just a place to eat.
I'm not gonna do it because I know these are probably covered in feces, but I should have
Feces?
I should have eaten the prosciutto with this.
With the Wolverine
Yeah.
claw.
That would have been kind of rude, getting it all greased up with.
Yeah, my
prosciutto.
Timu Wolverine claws.
What do you mean? It would have
That's
been
$2.
rude. It would have. You could have sold this triple the value on
Yeah.
Depop if I got
Covered
my
in grease.
prosciutto grease. on it.
Greasy Wolverine claws.
That sells high
Used
price
by
on-
Jacques.
Oh my god! Wait, can I see the other claw for 1 second?
Used by
Okay.
Jacques Greasy Claws.
Can you hold my mic up for just 1 second so I can do it?
Yeah.
Hey y'all, it's Gay Wolverine. I'm here from the south. Hey y'all. Oh my god, I love
Wait,
beignets.
I really like Gay Wolverine.
I
Yeah,
love
I
Gay
like Gay
Wolverine.
I like this new character.
Period.
You could have
What
held
are-
your
I'm
mic.
sorry, I didn't realize that I could do both. Gay Wolverine is here from the
Gay Wolverine,
swamp.
how's your day been? Did you do anything gay today?
Yeah, I did a lot of gay things. Suck dick, save the X-Men. What's new?
Okay.
Had to suck off Dr. Xavier again. Whoopsie. He's in a chair. It's easy. Dr. Xavier never gets up during his blowies. It's very respectful.
Do other people get up during their flow?
Yes, it's very disrespectful.
Get up and
I tell them I'm not going to hurt them with my claws. I just use my mouth, but they just keep getting
You
worried.
think his claws are out all the time?
They
Well,
go
Gay
back in.
Wolverines are
Gay
out.
Wolverine,
Yeah.
'cause you're like
Out all the
acrylic.
time,
Yeah.
Henry.
They're like
Yeah, yeah.
acrylic.
Because Gay Wolverine is
Of
out.
course, Henny, they're out all the time.
Just almost hit me with it.
Sorry, Henny. Sorry, Hessa, my Henny. Sorry, I didn't mean to come to this show and completely wreck time and space.
No, it's okay.
Jacques, if you were an X-Man, who would you be, do you think?
Gambit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was not
Gambit.
just
Yeah.
because we said that earlier,
Yeah,
but that
we
was.
were
Yeah,
talking
that
about
is
that
But
earlier.
alternatively,
one.
Jubilee. She
Okay.
makes fireworks and like.
They kind of have
lightning.
similar powers, Jubilee and Gambit.
Well, Gambit throws
one's got
cards,
metal
right?
spikes.
Yeah.
The other one shoots like pretty colorful shit.
Yeah.
And is a woman. So what's the similarity there?
They have
They
what's
have
the
light,
word?
light energy powers.
Energy
was
powers.
impressive.
Yeah.
It's what they give every superhero when they can't think of anything. They say
Yeah.
we're gonna do
Power?
energy. You
Yeah,
can
but
use
Gambit
energy
they
powers.
figured out what to do. They're like,
Oh, I
let's
thought
make
it
him
was-
a Cajun
Oh, I
card
thought
player.
you just said.
Yeah.
You thought I said Jew power?
Yeah. Hey, you can't think of an X-Men. They give him Jew power. I was like, what the hell, Caleb? I know you're bald, but this don't give you the right. Why didn't he ever just want to have two claws on
That
one
is a
side?
good point.
That is a good point.
Yeah.
That's a great.
Why
I'm
didn't
gay
you want
Wolverine.
to?
I got two claws on one hand, and the other hand's for Boba.
Boba with your hands.
You are living in this
You're
character.
an amazing
I know.
embodiment.
I'm sponsored by Telfar because I'm gay Wolverine. What's wrong with me?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm having fun. I love New York. I gotta come
Yeah.
back here. People keep
How
telling me to
much-
live here, and I think it would be dangerous.
It would
Why?
be dangerous.
Yeah.
It
For
would
New
be
York.
very dangerous.
for New York.
Because I just eat
we've
too
hung
much.
out. We've hung out till 4 a.m. I know it would be dangerous for you.
I was up,
Staying up late.
I didn't.
We'd
get
be
home.
drinking soda.
Literally. Okay, y'all. I was drinking Coca-Cola at like 7 a.m. last night. I was watching SpongeBob.
last night.
SpongeBob
man.
with this girl. The SpongeBob was getting too loud. It felt like it was getting louder as the hours went by.
Yeah.
And it was
You're
it's
watching
funny.
it for
It's funny
hours?
to watch. It's funny to watch SpongeBob, but it's like kind of scary.
Yeah,
What
that
are you
is true.
talking about?
This is
Watching
when they do the
SpongeBob
super
last
detailed
night.
paintings.
SpongeBob
Sorry, I
gets
didn't mean to-
scary.
Okay.
I love Hessa. We're on Seeking Derangements. Where's that other guy?
Ben?
Yes. Oh my god, it's been killing me. I've been trying to remember his name.
Where is he?
Yeah, I'm
What's he-
wondering
have you
why
seen
Ben
him
didn't
since you've been in
show up.
town?
No.
No.
No. Are you going to?
No.
Wow.
You're not gonna see Ben?
I told him, I said, hey, I would love to see you when you're in town. He said, sorry, I'm going to be too busy.
Whoa.
Well, you know,
Well, he's moving.
Yeah.
so
He is moving.
I'm moving
Yeah.
constantly. I go from state to state every
That's
10
true.
minutes.
You do make 2 cross-country flights every week, which I don't know if
Y'all ready
everyone
for how
here
many
knows
pla-
that.
So I got a manager now, and I'm touring next month.
No, I'm talking about to get your medications
I
from
go
the
to
pharmacy.
Denver. I go to
Yeah.
He
Denver.
flies
once
to
a month.
Denver once a month to get his medication.
What? Because I can't find a primary care doctor to take over my meds, and they don't want to. They think that I've been on the same medication for 5.5, 6 years, and I'm not going to get off of it.
Are you allowed to mail medication?
No.
No.
They
So
can't-
you
I
have to go to Denver to get your
I have to
medication
go and
to
pick
pick
it
up a
myself.
prescription?
Yeah, I've done that the last 3.5, 4 years.
Whoa. Do you go and just
Fly straight to Denver
You-
to get
you-
1 month per bottle.
how long do you stay in Denver?
2-3 days.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Do you
So
have you did you used to live in Denver?
I used to live in Denver 5.5 years, so I have a place to stay. That I
Okay,
go
so
to
you're
my
like
friends.
you see friends and stuff.
Yeah, I just go stay at my friend's house. We pull up YouTube. We watch a lot of YouTube.
What kind of YouTube?
Ants Canada.
Oh,
Oh my God! It's
Wait,
he
he
has
told
an
me about this.
11,000-gallon vivarium, which is like a giant ecosystem tank,
Yeah.
and he introduces small colonies of bugs, then animals, and then wildlife into this whole thing, and he shows the process, and it's called Season 1 Gaia, as it's introduced the ecosystem, and I'm trying to remember what the name of his.
Ants Canada.
Well, Ants Canada is the YouTube channel, but he has a name for the
Oh, okay.
Season 1 Gaia.
Well, Season 1 of Gaia.
Oh, of the land, of the vivarium.
Yeah, I wish I remember what the name of it. But we watched that. He'll bring up the videos of bombs going off to show how big they would destroy a city, because he knows it scares me. And then, or we watched
Ants
videos.
Canada
no,
guy?
okay, I'm sorry. I was
Excuse
like,
me.
the
This is
Ants
part of
Canada
it.
guy
Ants Canada.
knows what scares you.
And he puts videos
And
of
puts the
bombs into the
videos-
vivarium.
Well, no, it's like these videos where it would show like the different explosions.
Yeah, I've
going
seen
on
these
and how
videos.
it-
Yeah,
Yeah.
where it's
And-
like the little big boy
It's
or
like
whatever.
zooming out.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Hiroshima and Nagasaki
And
bombs in every
Same
city.
guy who makes that same video does ones where it's like ships.
Okay.
How big a ship would be in comparison, including
Yeah.
fantasy ships like Star Wars.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
watched
yeah.
these.
Yeah, me
it's
too. And how
exciting.
fast they go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
Those
good
are
one.
so good.
Those are like a minute long though.
Yeah.
You just watch those the
We
whole
watch a
time.
lot. We watch Zach films, where he.
Oh, I know
explained
Zach
the
Film.
3D
Oh, yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
A
you know.
man was stuck in a bubble, and that was video.
We had to see. We have some fun activities. When I'm in that 1-2 days I'm in town. Last time, one time recently, went and saw Machine Girl, and then
They're
we saw a
coming back
comedian
here.
right
are you,
before.
Are you coming here for that?
What that?
They're doing a 10th anniversary show here.
Nah, they're doing one in Denver at
okay.
Trans Pecos or
That's
something.
here.
That's in New York.
Are you sure?
Yes, 100% sure.
Is a venue here in New York
Trans
City.
Pecos is
About-
down the street.
about-
That's
a mile
another
and a half
trans venue in the Denver that they used to play at. Machine Girl used to play in Denver all the time, and so it made sense when I saw a 10th anniversary there.
Yeah.
But it's
That
here.
makes sense. Am I gonna go see that? No, I love Machine Girl, but the last Machine Girl show I saw them play. Actually, it was the last Machine Girl show I saw was good. When I saw them play with 100 Gex, they weren't giving enough energy like they used to, and I was like,
Yeah, call them out.
I'm sorry. I think you're an excellent musician. I doubt they would ever hear this, but it was just not as good as it used to be.
Wow.
I think it might
Damn.
be.
What if
Host.
that
Rum
was
would
you?
Rock.
What if it's you getting older?
Yeah.
That's not what it's happening. You're gonna make me smell the sniffing salts again. you're making me want to change my mood because you're saying that I'm old now.
You're not
Okay, you gotta
old.
chill on this. You gotta chill on those.
Why are you being so precious?
Because
with
I
the
saw
smell? You
the
hit
heart
this a-
the heart I saw the heart warning on them.
There's a heart warning on them.
Yeah, it says don't take them if you have like a heart murmur or
I
stuff.
become so numb.
It turned you straight.
Yeah, I had to
Singing
throw away
Linkin
my
Park.
poppers not because I was doing them for sex reasons, but I just kept picking them up and doing them at random times.
They are pretty fun to just do.
That was one of the best dates I ever went on. I'd hated the movie Titanic, but we did poppers every 5 minutes while watching it,
Yeah,
and it was excellent.
Every 5 minutes. That's a lot.
if you do the if
For
you do
all
too
of
much,
Titanic.
doesn't it turns your lips and fingertips blue if you do them too much.
I had an affair.
96 times.
I had an affair that night, and the next day I got on a Greyhound bus, and I opened my banh mi, and it was the tofu one instead of the pork one for me, and the woman I had the affair with opened hers to be pork, and then she got a knock on the door, and it was her neighbor knocking to talk to the husband to say that she had seen us having sex in the laundry in the backyard.
Wow.
What did the banh mi's have
Yeah.
to do?
What? I was
Yeah.
just gonna ask.
So at the same time,
I've
I'm
heard this
opening
story
banh mi,
too.
and I'm
I
very
know
ju-
this one.
Wait,
I'm very sad.
I don't think
about
I've
the-
heard this one. Weirdly.
I'm very sad about the banh mi being the wrong
a
one. I
1-2
get a-
punch.
I get a call.
You
and it's
astral
my friend,
projected
and he's
into the
like,
other
hey,
banh
man,
mi.
that's
You
not
knew it was
cool
happening
that
at the same
you
time.
slept with my wife.
That's how you knew
Whoa.
what
It
happened
was
in this
like-
room.
This was many years ago. I wouldn't sleep with someone's wife today.
Yeah.
Would you eat a banh mi? I mean, yeah. We'll
I would eat 1,000 banh mi's. I'd
Yeah.
eat 100. Take me down to Houston town. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot of banh mi's there. Get a little
They got banh mi over by Trans Pecos.
they do.
Yeah.
What's
down
that
the
place
street.
Look,
called?
I'm not going to a Machine Girl show. You can say
called
Trans
Viet
Pecos
Minh,
all night. I
think.
don't want
Yeah.
pesos.
No, the Viet Minh were the.
Those were the.
It's called Nam Minh. Viet Minh were the.
Nam Minh.
Yeah,
I think it's
the South
pronounced the
Vietnamese
Viet
army.
Cong.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was my. We had to do like a trivia thing in my social studies class in
You went to
sophomore
school?
year. Yeah, sophomore year, and I made our trivia
You made it
team
to
name.
sophomore year?
Yeah, I made our trivia team name 2.5 Viet Minh, and my teacher was like, "You can't. You can't do that."
You're half Vietnamese?
No. It's my trivia team
yeah.
name.
I was like, I was always wondering where that little spark in your eye came from.
Being Vietnamese,
Being half Vietnamese.
being half Vietnamese.
Because I thought you were the half.
You thought
Two and a
okay.
half. Vietnamese men.
Oh, and it was 2 Vietnamese.
And there were
guys.
two
Two
men
full
with it.
Vietnamese, one half.
Full Vietnamese men and Patrick.
Two Vietnamese, one muggle.
One
Or
muggle.
or is that not what they call when it's half magic, half?
That's a mud blood.
You keep
Yeah.
you have magic on the mind. You said
You
something
do.
earlier about
Magic the Gathering. Harry the
said-
Potter.
you said magicians live in the magician house.
Magician's Castle in L.A.
the Magic
Yeah.
Castle.
Magic Castle.
Yeah.
Magic School Bus, too.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, they don't.
You're
live
just
there.
free associating.
Yeah.
Why'd then Miss Frizzle bring someone in an adult stomach?
It was a
Why
kid's
were
stomach.
they driving a bus?
was a kid's stomach.
In a kid's stomach is
Yeah,
even
which
worse.
is worse.
It is
Yeah,
worse.
yeah,
That
it
is
worse.
God,
crazy.
she's like Jazane Maxwell.
Yeah.
Driving around with a school bus of kids.
Mm-hmm.
That's delivery traffic.
What's that mean?
You mean human traffic?
I mean, Miss Frizzle was committing human trafficking when she put those kids in that kid's
Yeah,
body.
that's
She's
true.
trying to smuggle them.
What do you think about the Powerpuff Girls, Jacques? Do you think he was up to no good when he made those girls? Why was he
Everything nice.
I never thought about that.
Why was he trying to do that? You know?
I was always more freaked out that they had some monkey in town with a brain showing out of its head trying to kill little girls.
Joe.
Mojo
I mean,
Jojo.
it was kind of weird that an adult made children, but then
He also made that
Most
monkey.
adults,
Yeah,
or
most
most
children
children
are
are
made
made
by
by adults.
wait, in Powerpuff Girls, Professor X made Mojo Jojo.
Professor Utonium.
He used Chemical X.
Professor X is X-Men.
Professor Xavier.
What?
Okay. We've
They're not
overloaded.
real.
Reset.
We're not gonna get you.
Hey, you're not gonna get me as if I'm gonna be shot. What time are we looking at?
Yeah.
Here?
'Cause you have a
to
hard
leave.
out.
Yeah, I am getting picked up very soon.
Oh.
Yeah.
But
think
I
it's-
just miss talking to you.
Yeah.
I miss talking to y'all
Or
so much.
hearing
I
you.
know.
I really appreciate this opportunity. I hope this is what y'all wanted.
This
Yeah,
is
this is
exactly
exactly
what I
what
wanted.
we
Yeah,
want.
yeah.
I was in
Hessa's-
such a
Hess, are you
bad
okay?
mood
Hessa's
today.
first
my
pot
God.
about list.
Hessa's
Yes.
first about list, and I
Yeah.
just went,
Don't worry, we'll have you back on soon.
Oh my God. So
I have
fun.
an idea, a game for us, but we have to do it all at the same time. Can
Okay.
you agree?
Of course.
Yeah.
I want us. Is it like gonna disturb if we're loud for 1 second?
Shock,
loud for
we've
1
done a
second.
full hour of
Yeah.
loud.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we should all do our best Donnie Thornberry.
Which one is that?
Yeah.
The guy that's voiced by Flea.
You want to do it all at the same time?
Yeah.
Not all the. Let's
But
do
hold
it
your
one by
microphone
one.
far away.
Let's all do
everybody.
it one by
Has
one.
to,
so
has
we
to go
can-
first.
Yeah.
This bitch didn't even try.
I don't know what this guy sounds like, but I'll try it based on these.
Camera.
Based on these, I'll try it.
That's pretty good.
That's better. Oh,
See how he
That was
just
really
locked
good.
in?
He's one of the wild things.
I had to lock in.
Okay, you're giving Minion.
Huh?
That is giving me.
Yeah, I said
Yeah.
you.
It
You
doesn't
Oh,
really
it's
sound
just
like.
I'm-
Not quite like a
There's
minion.
not a
really
minion. That's how, the minions mostly.
The minions go like.
Can I say something that
Yahoy.
might come
No,
off
that's
as a
Babu
little
Frick.
bit mean?
Yeah.
What?
You kind of look like the baby of a Minion and Gru.
Thank you. That's not mean at all.
Kevin and Gru.
Kevin and Gru.
What are the other minion names?
Bob and Stewart, man.
Bob and
Bob
Steve.
and Stu.
Stewart.
Kevin.
Kevin and Gru, Bob and Stu.
Yep.
Kevin and Gru. Bob and Stu.
And then
New
there's-
York. They should have never let me out of that cage.
You should have stayed in prison.
I
Yeah.
should have stayed in prison where people wouldn't hurt me.
All right.
We are going to be in
Check
Boston next or this month, right? because this comes out on Saturday.
I don't know what month this is. May 23rd.
May
is when
23rd, we're
going to
be in Boston.
Check
What
out
venue?
Seeking Derangements.
Yeah, check
Crystal
out
Ballroom.
Seeking Derangements.
Me and Hessa and Ben Mora have a personal podcast account called
personal
Seeking
podcast.
Derangements, where we talk about the issues of the world and we try to solve them with our comedy.
It's about being gay.
It's about being
Wow,
gay.
way to reduce us to nothing.
Yeah.
You're not gonna reduce us to balsamic reduction.
Ball
Okay.
sucking reduction.
No, balsamic.
Oh my god.
Good night.
Get me out of here.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
They should do a Christmas movie like that, where it's the first half of the movie is Christmas Eve, the second half is Boxing Day.
Wow.
Boxing Day.
That's good.
Boxing Day
Wow.
after a family fight.
Yeah,
There's a
Before
family
the
fight on
fight
Christmas.
and after the fight.
That's
And you-
actually such a good
that's
idea.
a good fucking
Jamie
idea.
Lee Curtis plays the mom.
Okay, that's
That's
the
the
bear.
bear.
You're doing the bear.
I'm doing the bear.
That's the
Yeah.
bear.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen it.
Are you for
It's
real?
not- it's not true.
There's
You
no
fucking-
way that
you
you said
just
Jamie Lee Curtis plays the mom in
a holiday fight?
Christmas family fight.
I was thinking Christmas
and
with
you
the
haven't
Cranks.
seen the fucking bear.
I haven't seen the bear.
There's
You know what?
actually
You
no
have
way
to
you
have,
just
you've
did that.
osmosed it from gifs and clips.
Yeah,
Probably.
that's
without
crazy.
yeah,
That's
that is.
crazy.
I've seen a lot of gifs of the bear. I've never watched. I watched episode 1.
Who else?
Yeah.
All right. Well, just for
Yeah.
let's.
Go, let's
who
hear
else
some-
would
who
you
are the other
would you
family
cast
members?
this?
Probably John Mulaney as the son.
Okay.
It's the son.
One of the sons. Maybe
One of the
Bob
sons.
Well, yeah,
Odenkirk
he
as
is
the
the
dad.
son-in-law.
Bob Odenkirk,
Bob
as, the
Odenkirk as the
dad.
dad. Yeah.
Main character, probably. I mean, just because I love his work on Shameless, Jeremy Allen White.
Yeah. Shameless is great.
Yeah, Shameless is really good.
Yeah.
Who do you know? Do you remember her from SNL as Chris Elliott's daughter?
No, I don't remember who that was.
Oh, Abby Elliott.
Abby
Oh,
Elliott.
yeah.
She could be really good. I haven't really seen her in anything.
She could be pregnant
Sure.
in that.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen her. She could be. That's a
And what
wow.
if-
That's a big curveball.
Yeah.
If there
She could be
were
pregnant.
a character who was like present in a flashback, but
Uh-huh.
most of the show he's not there.
Yeah. And
I
he was
wanna-
maybe
curious if you-
maybe
Uh-huh.
somebody from The
If you
Walking
have any-
Dead
yeah,
or
any
The
idea.
Punisher.
Or yeah, like someone who has Punisher
That's
energy.
okay. Because I was thinking the drug dealer from Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, I was gonna say who was briefly in Wolf of Wall Street.
yeah, he's like
bench
someone
pressing.
that,
John
yeah.
Bernthal.
Yes,
I was
that
thinking
guy, yeah,
he could
yeah.
definitely play like an older brother who killed himself.
And you haven't seen The Bear.
I've never seen The Bear once in my
Gotcha.
life. I've
Okay.
seen episode 1 of The Bear.
Episode-
I'll admit it. I've seen episode 1.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. So how actually did you know all this without from gifts? And
I've only seen episode 1 of The Bear.
But you knew all the characters who were at dinner.
What are you talking about? What dinner?
you're done.
What episode is
You're
this?
mad done.
You're done.
I'm done?
You're
You're
86.
Why am I done? Why am I 86th?
You're 86.
Oh, The
You're-
Bear.